Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Manu Alia coming live from Continuum Global Asset Management. Today is August 23rd, and it's about 9 in the morning, Pacific Standard Time. This video was prompted by some events that happened this morning in the markets. This morning, the Federal Reserve Chief, Mr. Jerome Powell, was speaking in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and he alleviated the markets by saying that, the Federal Reserve is going to be accommodative and very cognizant of what's going on in the capital markets and the U.S. economy. It was more like a dovish tone towards monetary policy. Well, the markets liked it, and the markets started to firm up after that feedback from Mr. Powell. But then what happened was that our beloved president came out with a tweet and said that he orders U.S. Corporations and companies to find an alternative to doing business with China. And immediately the markets fell. And right now, as I look at the ticker, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is down about 450 points. It's about 9:10, 9 o'clock. And that translates to about 1.7%. I bet you the NASDAQ's down about 2%. So is it true that the U.S. president can order companies in the United States to do business with not China, but someone else? And what happens when that someone else is also doing something which is unbecoming of capitalism or anti-competition? So this is a direct illustration and representation of market sentiment, which really shows you how crowds work. At this point in time, if I look at the newsletter that I just sent in, it clearly states that all the variables that we're looking at, which is U.S. GDP growth, predictions for the U.S. economy, the interest rates, even though the yield curve is sort of inverted, inflation, consumer sentiment and consumer behavior, the labor markets, unemployment, everything points to a healthy economy, not only in the U.S., well, with an exception of Europe. It's showing that globally we're doing well. Inflation is low, unemployment is low, people are consuming well. So I think that if you look at the markets right now, with one tweet, the market loses 2%. That's about $600 billion in the U.S. market capitalization. I believe that this is a good time to add to the companies that you already own or take positions in some of the global companies based in the United States, which will do well over the next 2, 3, 5, 10 years. So back away from the noise, look at the fundamentals, and continue to invest. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.